Hey everyone, Evil620 here. We're going to do a Let's Play of Zelda 2: The Adventure of Link. Yay! Um, More or less the backstory of the game is that after you defeat Ganon, a sorcerer comes and lays a spell on Princess Zelda, and you have to go fetch the third Triforce from a palace in Death Valley. Uh, yeah, that's more or less it. Okay. First things first, we'll stop by this town over here. The town of Raru, if you're taking notes. You will also find that a lot of the names for these towns will end up becoming like the names of like the sages in Ocarina of Time. I think that Raru was one of like the sages in Ocarina of Time. And over here we get our first spell, which is the shield spell. In Parappa Desert, use this magic to survive. Yes, the almighty shield magic. Now, what that little 32 next to the shield magic basically tells you is how much magic it cost. One block of magic up there, you can see that my magic meter is divided into 4 segments right now. Each segment is worth 16 magic points. So basically, using the shield spell once will drain 2 of my magic meter. 2 blocks of my magic meter. As you level up your magic skill, you don't have to. It doesn't take as much to use it. Anyhow, over here. Oh no, it's dark. We can't see. Whatever will we do? Kill everybody we see. You could just barely see their little footprints along the ground if you look carefully. And there's a couple of Octoroks over here that want to try to kill you, but they aren't really that much of a threat. Just hover your sword above their little pit, and when they pop up, they die. Yay, magic. Huh. Alright, and we have a magic meter extension here. Yippee! I'm not liking this lagging that's going on, but oh well. My hardware limitations and all. If I had 2 gigs of RAM, this might not be happening, but I'm lazy and I don't have 2 gigs of RAM and I don't really feel like buying 2 gigs of RAM. So, over here we go, over the meadow and through the woods to I don't even know where. Alright. And Die. Useless insect. Alrighty. And over here, this is just basically gets you used to the jumping mechanics. Basically, you want to time it so that way you're not going to jump into a bubble while you're going over one of the pits. If you do that, you will most likely die. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And over here in the center of this little field, we have the first heart container of the game. Yay! What you trying, buddy? You gonna try to hit me while I'm getting something? Really? Okay, here, you can... This is your level up screen. With enough experience points, you level up certain attributes. I could choose to level up my life stat, which will decrease the amount of damage that I take from enemies. However, I'm saving up for attack, so I'm going to cancel that. Alright, and back over here we go. This is actually the second time that I'm recording this video. This is why you don't jump into a bubble. Ah, God. Oh. Okay, now I feel stupid. Yeah, that's what happens when you jump into the bubble. You have to take your time, especially on the return trip. For whatever reason, it takes a little bit longer than going through it. And I will restate that I do not do deathless LPs or anything. I will die in this game a few times. I guarantee that there will be a few times that I will die. So yeah, you'll just have to put up with it. And this is Parappa Palace. This isn't really that difficult of a palace. I'm not going to be able to get through all of it in this part, so I'll have to separate it into the next part, but that's okay. We'll get through part of it in this go, and we'll get through the rest of it in the next one. And... die. Yay, 30 points. Do 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 do. Whoa, that was weird. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I like this music. I don't care what you say. Ow! Dang punk. And if these guys hit you, they're not worth any experience points, and if they hit you, they steal your experience points. Fortunately, they go down with just one hit, even with level 1 attack, but it's still obnoxious when they take your experience points. So, yeah. Anyways, we'll kill that guy, kill him. I ain't gonna fight Skullboy, not in this room. The Skull guy, if he hits you, he takes away both your life and your magic. Annoying as heck. Alright, and ow! Alright, kill him. No, I don't want my magic to go up. We're just gonna skip that elevator for now. Boom. Okay, and we're gonna skip you for just a moment anyways. And I'm not going to get it right now, but just to show off that it's there, there's a fairy over here that you can restore your health on. Very nice to have. And, I wasn't going to fight Skullboy in the room where all those guys were just like randomly spawning, but I am going to fight him here. And to avoid YouTube poop, D-Bull fights the Skullboy for long periods of time, we are just going to pause the video here for just a minute, and we'll get back to you in just a second. Hang. Alright, now some, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes later, I've got everything up to level 3. My preference is to have my attack up to level 4 by the time I get out of the dungeon. By getting up to level 3, my shield spell only costs 24 magic points now as opposed to 32, so that's nice. And I grabbed the fairy over here, so yeehaw. Let's see, I think I want to go up here next, or was it up here, or was it down there? I think I want to go up here first, if my memory serves me correctly. There's lag. Alright, there we go, we got a key here. Yay, magic restoration. Alright, this guy. You just kind of gotta wait for a gap in his attacks, and you go in there and just slaughter him. And in there's a red magic capsule if you need it, but you shouldn't. Not unless you just spam the shield spell a lot for reasons unknown. Due to insecurity. And as you can see, I'm now able to kill the little blue blob guys in just one hit instead of 2. Alright. Okay, alright, so we're gonna go off and go fetch the candle over here. Ow. Alright, and we're gonna cut this part about right here. In the next part, we're gonna go get the candle and finish the Parappa Palace. Stay tuned.